I'm going to show you a before and after of my children's book illustration portfolio. So I went down to the Kidlit Vic conference in Melbourne yesterday, and I went down a couple of years ago in 2023, put my illustrations in their showcase, and then publishers and people from the industry get to view it while the conference is going on and potentially get in contact with you if they think that you're suitable for what they're looking for. So yeah, I went a couple of years ago, put my portfolio in. This is my first illustration portfolio, but not my first portfolio I've ever put out. And look, it's like night and day between the two. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't really know exactly what to put in there. I come from like a graphic design background, and I was like, and a web design background too. So I was like, I don't really know, like they want like a project and that to be laid out, and then like explaining how I did that project. But no, like looking what everyone else had done, it was like really good to see, obviously in their own styles, how they presented their work. So I'll show you the kind of what I'm deeming the before and after 2023 versus 2025. So in the interest of trying to be as sustainable as possible, this is my previous like portfolio case. I obviously used it again for the new one. And these are just the previous portfolio that I kind of had taken out. So I had just kind of like put all of my illustrations kind of in this kind of general layout. And you have only got 10 one-sided pages or 5 double-sided pages to use. So I did it in double-sided pages. So you turn this over, and then I've laid out some of my cute little illustrations. And then these are my books. So this is my Christmas in Ballarat book, and I've selected scenes from it. Like they're so adorable, like absolutely. And I wasn't sure if I was like meant to showcase each of the books that I've done, but I was like, I'll just do what I think is right. Like, love the little snorkel. And then in each of them I put like a little specific animal or insect, and this one was bees, and so the bee has a little snorkel too. And like this one was like ladybugs. So this is my spring books. So like they're so cute and fun and adorable. Going back over to this one, like I love so this is from autumn. So I did all the seasons of Ballarat, including a Christmas one, and this one I didn't write, but I illustrated, and I also designed the book as well. Oh yeah, and then this is my first children's book that I ever did. So I've done a whole bunch about Ballarat, which I absolutely love. The funny thing to me is that I don't live there anymore. Like, it's such a beautiful town, and gosh, do I miss the heritage buildings. I actually live on the Gold Coast now, and this was another book that I did. So like obviously this is a bit more like designed. It's kind of got the book cover and stuff. And then this is the final one. So got a cute little cartoon. So I have probably like 3 or 4 different styles that I kind of work in. But I tend to keep it kind of consistent with color palette, and like I think you could tell like this whole collection is obviously like me, and that's my previous portfolio. So again, as I said, like I wasn't entirely sure what needed to be on there, and once I got in there and saw what everyone else was doing, I was like, oh okay, like you can have more creative freedom. So let's go to the new one. Okay, so this is my new one that I submitted yesterday. So got a little bit of a cute vision board. This is me, and this is younger me, and just got like, you know, when I grow up I want to create children's books, and just this fun idea of like a witchy version and a younger, like excitable self kind of guiding you through my portfolio, whilst also showcasing, you know, that I'm a storyteller through my work. So, and then including, you know, I don't, if you can remember the previous one, like I had that illustration in my book, but it was just kind of like sitting there, like even along with the line, but I wanted to kind of make them all work together, like use elements from my illustrations to kind of tell this kind of fun story. And I obviously had to include my little dog because she's so cute. So, yeah, kind of taking you through the journey of my work. This probably is like, I like this page, but it's probably not my strongest portfolio page. It really kind of gets into it here when I've kind of done this kind of scrapbooking kind of vibe. So I've got obviously my book cover, like scenes from each of the books. My Christmas in Ballarat book, I actually, this is a fantastic opportunity. I got to make them into murals. We did like a Christmas art trail for the city of Ballarat. I absolutely love that. And then it was 5 different scenes from my book, and then there was like clues in the murals, and kids could go around, or families, anyone really could go around and like answer all of the clues and then win a hamper, which was my idea because I was like, how do we get more people to go around? And it was so cute. And I love my Santa. Like he was featured in my Christmas in Ballarat book. And then these are the rest of the season. So I wanted to like, really showcase. The only thing here is like, I kind of didn't keep it in exactly the same chronological order, but and this is my latest one where I've got 10 scenes from each of the season books and 10 from the Christmas book, and I've made it into a colouring book, and like it has a flippable kind of cover. I got the idea from like old like Dolly Girlfriend kind of like magazines where like you'd have like a secret like magazine in the back. So yeah, you've got like the colouring for like kind of majority of the year, and then like for in stores, like you flip it over and you got the Christmas version, which I really love. And this is my middle grade book. I wrote, illustrated, typeset and published this book. This is picked up by Lamont Books. They take it to schools and libraries. Also sold at Storyfest, which is my workplace as well. Printed in Australia. I actually got it printed in Sydney. And this is to honour my mum. So I lost my mum when I was 1, and I really wanted to create a book, a middle grade book that kind of explored that grief journey. Not like as myself, but like as Sage, losing their mum and kind of telling a narrative of grief. And that this was like a really important one for me. And then showcasing my one that I illustrated and designed as well, which is gorgeous. And then these last few pages are just like other illustrations that I've done. So this is a book cover concept that I've done. I've kind of written a really sweet little story that goes along with it. That's on my blog, but I haven't like published that book. And then just showing like some character designs as well. People really love the little spider. I love it too, but like the amount of comments I get about the spider actually like genuinely surprises me. A little deer eating the map of Ballarat for my Christmas book. Really fun, cute little pigeon. And then, if you could remember from the previous one, like I had that sitting differently, and I kind of made it all flow, I think, together. And then finishing it off with like my characters, like they're just so cute. Oh, Girls from Make love this one, and I love this one too. Like it's so whimsical, obviously, including Gracie, beautiful fairy, and then kind of ending it with like this kind of magic, like, here's my dream job, write and illustrate meaningful, authentic and beautiful stories, have fun and create magic. And that's it. So from here, it's pretty much if there are publishers, agents, or people that saw my portfolio from the day that are interested, I assume they'll get in contact with me. It's been like less than 24 hours and it's the weekend, so I haven't had anyone contact me yet. But yeah, fingers crossed that, this is another part of my writing and illustrating journey in the children's book space. And I'm really proud of my new portfolio, and I love kind of how it all came together. And like I love my previous portfolio, but it was basically like everything that already was kind of in my previous portfolio, but like elevated to, I think, reflect me and kind of the creativity that I want to put into my work. And I felt like, if I could go back, I would do it the way that I did it now. But I'm really glad that I have learned and grown and had fun along the way with that too. So yeah, thanks for watching.